Hello, my friends. So I've inputted this video from YouTube that I made last year. And so I'm looking at it. This is my view. And I want to add questions, make this a video lesson that I can assign to my students. So I'm going to click edit here. And now I am in the editing interface mode. Okay, so now exploring here. We have cut, voiceover, and questions. Voiceover, I can't use this because I didn't upload it from the platform that I made the video. I uploaded it from YouTube. And YouTube, what happens when you click it, YouTube won't let you. But if you upload a video, say from your Drive or whatever device, whatever program you recorded the video, it should work. Now, let's explore creating, say I want to skip and I don't want to do the whole beginning. So I pushed play down here. So blah, 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 right? Like maybe I want to add a cut and I'm going to pause it. And maybe I want to shorten this. I don't know, to the first 15 seconds or something. I can also take off at the end and I'm going to move my black needle here. That's where I'm looking. So I've got it towards the end. Oh, yes, because I was giving them an assignment. So maybe I don't want to give that to the kids this year. So, yep, I've gone through that. Part 1. Oh, this is I think the homework, right? So they finish. Oh, yep, don't want to do that. So I'm going to cut that to the right before we talk about homework. And there you have it. So I've cut off the beginning and we're cut off the end. And now maybe I'm going to move this needle to the middle. And maybe I want to cut out oh God, I did way too many examples. I can add a cut. There's a button here that says add cut. I'm going to add cut. And now I can remove, that extra problem that I didn't want to include. Okay. So that one is now gone. I can move the needle over here. And now when I click play, and notice it'll just jump to where you go. Okay. So I'm going to stop that and say I'm like, oh no, I want to put that cut, move that cut away. I wanted that. You just bring them together and boop, join them. Boom, no more cut. That easy. Okay. So moving the needle back to the beginning, say I want to add a question, right? Questions, there are so many options with questions. So let's see here. Like, I want to see what they know. So I'm going to go to questions. And maybe I want an open-ended questions. You've got multiple choice questions. You've got open-ended questions. You can even write them a note or give them a voice note. I like to do both. So I want an open-ended question. Okay. So I'm going to put here. ¿Qué sabes de grupos iguales y matrices? And you can leave it like that, or maybe you're like, that might be too open-ended. I'm going to switch it to multiple choice. And now maybe I want to give them options. You can say, soy experto. And maybe you want to put on the bottom, like in English, if you wanted to, I'm an expert. And I'm putting these green, this is the red X's mean those are incorrect. I don't think there's an incorrect answer with this one, so I'm just going to do green check boxes on all of them. So, soy experto. Una ayuda, si puedo. Right? With help, I can do it. Or maybe no sé mucho de esto. don't know much about it. Okay, so then you click save, and then it'll give you like a preview, right? Um, so here's what it will look like to the students. ¿Qué sabes de grupos iguales y matrices? Oh, I should put the question in English too, maybe. What do you know about equal groups and arrays, right? Oops. Okay, let's try that. Save. And if it looks good, I usually just click continue. And you can see the green boxes. I learned you need to double check to make sure you mark the right answers. All of them are right for me, right? Continue and oops, continue. And it'll move on. Okay. Now, say I want to add, so I'm going to move my needle. Oh, here's a question, right? I'm asking a question, so I can ask a questions here. So there's your question, right? So I can add multiple choice. I can add open-ended. Um, and again, you can do like 2 are wrong, 1 is right, and it'll self-grade it. You can also do a note, which is really cool. But um, let's just say open-ended question. Right. ¿Qué observas? Right. And they can type in their answer. What do you observe? Okay. I'm going to click save. It's going to preview it for me. Okay. And I'm going to say, yeah, looks great. Continue. Oh, no, I didn't put it in the right place. So this is really cool. I like to move to the cut view because it blows it up a little faster. I can move my questions. This little dots here. So say, oh, I'm moving it closer to this pause place. There. Now I'm going to grab my needle and move on, right? Pretty cool, huh? Okay. Now I'm going to, okay, so I'm talking about filas and columnas here. I am going to add a question, not really a question. I'm going to add a note. Okay. And I like to type what I'm going to say. I like to give it to them in text and I like to give it to them in voice. So I'm going to say something about fila and columnas, files and columns and rows, right? Fila va de lado en lado. Columnas va arriba para abajo. Something like that, right? And now I'm going to record my voice reading them this note, okay? There's a little record button here, and the first time you click this, the pop-up blocker will pop up, and you'll have to click allow to use the microphone. Very simple. And then once you do it, it won't ask again. So here I go. Fila va de lado en lado. Columnas va arriba para abajo. And then you click the red button, and it's there. I can also play it again to listen. Yep, sounds great. Okay. And then I'm going to go save. The interesting thing is you can add like tons of other things. You can change the text around. You can add some math problems. It's really great for math. You can add a link here. I've never added a link, but that's something you can play with. And you can add a picture, which would be really cool. Like, oh, here's some more examples of an array or whatever it might be. Here you can add an equation and then you click save. Looks great. It'll preview it for you. This is what it'll look like. It'll automatically stop if you ask it to. And you can play it. This is what they will see. Okay. So if you look onto the left side, it's got a running record of what I've created. So at 9 seconds, I have a multiple choice question. At a minute 31, I have an open-ended question. And at 3 minutes and 22, I have a note. So this kind of keeps track of everything that you're doing. Once you're done, you click up here, finish. Okay. So now you have a math lesson assignment. And oh, I just noticed I need to change the name. So I'm going to edit. And you just click up here where the name is, and you can call it whatever you want. Intro, um, matrices y grupos. I'll just call it matrices. Okay. I don't know. And maybe give it a date. Something like that. I don't know. Save title. Click save title. I click finish again, and there I go. So now you've completed a video assignment that is ready to be assigned to your class. Okay, now we're going to assign the video to our class. I'm going to click down here. This is a assign button. And public, I always like to make all of mine public so that anybody can use them, right? This is for teachers and I want to help teachers. So I keep everything I make public. I click assign, and then you have your choice. Whatever classes you've had made, like this is my one I use for this year. We'll just do this for training. I'm going to put it for CCLA, training CCLA. You can then choose when it gets published. So maybe I want it to come out tomorrow, Thursday, November 5th, at 8 a.m., right? We'll say 8 a.m. Now, depending on if you give it a due date or not, depends on where you can find this later. So I either like to give it no due date or I give it a date. Make sure you click in here. Okay, so this is start date. I click on the due date, and I like to either give it no due date or I do till the end of the school year, like May 31st, right? In case I feel like I need to have students that are struggling with something, I can refer back to, here's this link. And then I click save. Okay, so now it's got the date, the start date, and the due date done. And then down below, there's a blue button that says assign. You can also click later, but I'm going to assign that, and that'll do it for tomorrow at 8 a.m. So I say click assign. And now this assignment is in your class EdPuzzle. When they go in there, they will see their assignments that are due. Okay. I have so many that I do share assignment. So I'll click on share assignment. This is getting the link to share in my Seesaw. You can put it in a Google Doc. But if you're connected to Google, it might automatically pop up. I'm not sure. I work with Seesaw. So this is what I do. I share assignment, and here's the assignment link. I click on copy link. Okay, it's copied. I go to my Seesaw activity where I want to put it. Say I want to put it in here. I know this is not my math assignment. I click on the three dots. Close this. Click on the three dots. I click on the link and I paste my link in there. I click the checkbox and boom, there is my link to my video and EdPuzzle. I like to lock it. Okay. And so that is super easy on how to do that. Okay. I want to show you the view of once you've assigned a video and what it looks like. So I'm going to go to my classes and I'm going into, not my training class, but I'm going to my actual class in here. And these red things mean that I have questions I have not graded. These are open-ended questions. I don't usually like to do those just because you then have to grade them, but they're pretty cool to see the kids' responses. So let's say you click up here, there's a grade book. And the gradebook will show you all of the videos you've assigned. You can change the date range here that you want to look at. And down below will show you the scores on how they did. Now, this could be used for grading. You could do a live video and you could use this as an assessment. Or if they're doing it on their own, I like to use it kind of like a not check for understand, but just get an idea on how they're feeling about a concept, how they're coming into a lesson, because this is how I give them their main instruction. And so the gradebook is a really great way to go. But my classes, if you want to look at a specific one in particular, I want to see who actually saw the video. I'll go to a video, okay, and I can see all these kids, all these green 100%. Okay, now I've told these kids to watch it at least 2 times. So I click on any of these names, right? Let's see here. And if you notice, it breaks down how the student did. It says how long they watched it, when they watched it, how many times each section. So this student only watched this video one time. The red dots show incorrect answers, the green dots show correct answers, and the blank dots show that they did not want to answer. So this would give me information the student struggles with the language um, and needs support with EdPuzzle and with content. So this gives me a lot of information in each student. I go, okay, when people are struggling, I kind of look and see how did they do? Were they taking advantage of said video? This is great. This student watched several sections 3 times, even the last section 4 times, and in the middle part 2 times. So good for this student. So I think this is really great. Very easy to use. You can do previous student, next student from here. And then anything that I've done, if you click on content, anything that you've done, you can find it in my content here under content. These are all the videos that I have tweaked, right? There's a lot of them so far. I plan to do more. Not enough, right? And then there's a Santa Rosa City Schools under my content, under content. And here is everything teachers from our district have done. And so when I'm sharing with my colleagues, my group, my cohort, my team, I just tell them to look in Santa Rosa City Schools, and they can get the links from there. And that's it. They add it to their class, they assign it, they get their shared links, they share their links with their students, and they have it in their own classes. Thank you for watching. I hope you got a lot out of this.